Ever wondered why we don't float off into space when we jump into the air? Or what makes a car stop when we hit the brakes? These phenomena all come down to the fundamental laws of motion, set forth by Sir Isaac Newton in the 17th century. There are 3 of them, and they are as important today as they were when Newton first penned them all those years ago. So sit back, relax, and let's delve into the fascinating world of Newton's laws of motion. The first law, often referred to as the law of inertia, states that an object at rest stays at rest, and an object in motion stays in motion, unless acted upon by an external force. Imagine a ball on a flat surface. It won't move unless you push it, right? That's inertia, the ball's resistance to change its state of motion. Once you push it, it will keep rolling until something stops it, like a wall or a sudden gust of wind. That's the external force. Newton's second law of motion is all about force, mass, and acceleration. It states that the force acting on an object is equal to the mass of that object times its acceleration. In simpler terms, if you push a heavy object, it will move slower than a lighter one given the same amount of force. This is why it's easier to push a shopping cart than a car. The third and final law is probably the most famous one. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. This means that any force exerted on a body will create a force of equal magnitude, but in the opposite direction on the object that exerted the first force. Picture yourself jumping off a boat. As you jump forward, the boat moves backward. That's Newton's third law in action. To summarize, Newton's laws of motion are threefold. First, an object will stay in its state of motion unless an external force acts upon it. Second, the force on an object equals its mass times acceleration. And third, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. These laws are the foundation of classical physics and have helped us understand and predict the motion of objects in our universe. So, the next time you see a ball rolling on the ground, a car accelerating on the highway, or even when you jump off a boat, remember Newton's laws. They are not just abstract scientific principles, but real-world phenomena that govern the motion of everything around us. Now, isn't that something to ponder over? As we go about our lives, we are constantly witnessing Newton's laws in motion, pun intended. So, while they might seem complicated, they are really just simple explanations for the everyday happenings in the world around us. Remember, science is everywhere, and it's fascinating,